Hey, you! Right there in front of the screen. What are you doing with yourself? Are you just sitting there? You said you want to be a barber? Well, get up! No, I'm just playing. I don't know why I just did that. I always want to do that. Some of y'all watching this right now probably don't even know what that commercial was. But, hold on. Let's start over. Let's
real shit. Just give us that. 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 Just give us that.
Hold up.
I got something to say.
What's up, y'all? It's your man Tyler Barber. I'm here in Cincinnati, Ohio, making this video for the people who's really inspired to be in a barber and why. Just give y'all a few quick tips into how to do that. But before we get into this video, I'd like for you to subscribe to my channel. I got something. Number 2 Save Podcast is the channel. Also, I have a podcast, so if you want to do that, go on and follow that. And also, I have another YouTube channel, Retro and Rees. That's RETRO/N/Rees REES. Go and subscribe to that channel too as well. And since we're talking about going subscribing and liking stuff, man, follow me on IG at TyDaBarber513. Since we got that out of the way. Obviously, if you're watching this video, you want to be a barber or you had some thoughts of wanting to be a barber. So me, I'm going to help you out for what I didn't get when I became a barber or went to school. And I thought everything was all peaches and cream and easy and stuff, right? Wrong. Some people it is, some people it's not. So here's a few tips, a few heads up of what I can give to you and help you for what I didn't receive. So, number 4, find a school. And when I say find a school, when you find a school, it's the state that you want to be licensed in. Like for instance, me, I'm licensed in Ohio. So I want to find a school that I can go to in Ohio. When I went to school, I went to Cincinnati Barber College in Colerain, Cincinnati, Ohio. Do your research, look it up, who's in theirs, go check it out. Don't just sign up to it. Like sometimes you want to feel comfortable at where you're at. You're going to be spending most of your day there and most of your time. So go check it out, talk to instructors, network with a few people, get to know, like ask them. Don't be scared to ask questions. Like that's the thing. Ask questions to your instructor, to the people that's already into it. Number three, find out the cost. Now, when I was in school, I'm an old head now. When I was in school, it was roughly around, I'd say probably around like $5,000. Maybe around that time. I can't really remember. It's been 12 years. But the prices may have went up. Prices may have stayed the same. Who knows? But find the cost. Know what you're getting yourself into. And like I say, do your research. Some of these schools get grants. You want grants. You don't want to get loans. Get grants. Grants mean they pay for it and you don't have to pay for it back. Some barber schools, when you get grants, they pay for your tools and your books and all that good stuff. So find out, like, can you get a grant for that county, or for just some type of grant? Ask these instructors. They're gonna tell you because they're gonna want their money. They're gonna want the money regardless, whether it's you coming out of your pocket or somebody paying it for you. So that's that's tip number 3. Tip number 2, find out your requirements. And when I say requirements, like I said, I can only give you experiences that I went through. When I was in school, you was able to go to barber school at 17. And your minimum hours, come in whenever the school, like at 17, the only time you really could go to barber school was summer break and mandatory Saturdays. So you got 2 months on the summer break, and then while you in school, if you don't have a job, Saturdays. My schedule was like 7 to 5 or 7 to 4. It was one of them hours. So find out the earliest you can get in there. Some states, some cities, everywhere is different. So if you're watching this, it could be different. But I know at the time when I went to barber school, that was the earliest I could get in there. Some people have waiting lists because there's so many people that do want to be barbers. You know, schools can only hold so many people. So find out if this is really what you want to do. I say, like, even if you was like 16, like, call, be like, hey, I'm gonna be 17 and at this time, but I want to get put on the waiting list. So whenever I can, you know, enroll, let me enroll. And then also, when you want to find out these requirements, especially like with time, like how early, you want to find out what you have to do. For example, my schedule when I was in barber school was Tuesday through Saturday, which are normal barber hours or days of the week that you're going to be working. So it kind of gets you accustomed to what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life. That's what you're doing if you're doing that full time. So it gets you used to going to work Tuesday through Saturday. I mean, of course, once you graduate, you're able to work whatever hours, whatever days you want to. But that's the typical days that you work. You want to at least work 8 hours. At least 8 hours, okay? That's normally like a 9 to 5, 10 to 6, you know, something in them hours, 7 to 4, I believe. But, you know, going back to my experience, I went to school Tuesday through Friday, but Saturdays was mandatory. You had to go to school on Saturday and at least work 3 hours. That was the code ring mandatory hour list. Like, you had to do that. And you know, you had to learn the rules and regulations of being a barber. So basically you have homework. It's not just, oh, I show up and cut hair. Nah, like, you gotta find out these requirements. Like, what do I need to know and how do I need to do this stuff to get your license? Of course, you gotta go to a state board. And you know, with them, like I said, with my practice, that's how it was. I had to learn these rules and regulations. I had to learn how to do a test, which means an actual written test, and then the practical, like I'm actually cutting hair. So find out them things, and you know, just to ease yourself up as if that's really what you want to do on that part. Then, last but not least for this video, look at yourself, honestly, look at yourself, whether you sit in the mirror or whatever, or you sit in the car, whatever you get free time. Why do I want to be a barber? Like, ask yourself that. Why do I want to be a barber? Me, that was like my backup plan. I really never thought I would be a barber. It was just something I just did with my friends, like, just cut hair. Where I'm from, I'm African American, so it wasn't any black barbers there. So me, I was one of the ones, like, I didn't like just anybody touching my head. So of course, if I was in a more white community, so it was more straight haired barbers. And so I just used to cut my own stuff. While I would drive the 2 hours to Ohio to get my hair cut. But I can't go every week all the way for 2 hours just to get a haircut. So I just learned to cut my own hair. You know, some things just didn't happen what I wanted to plan. And that was my backup plan, and I fell into it and I fell in love with it. It was something that I like to do and ended up loving to do. So ask yourself, like, why do I want to be a barber? And just to give you a heads up, to be a barber, and I'm talking to the people that just like, I want to be a barber, not something like you've been doing, where that means like, if you've been cutting hair and then you just decided to go to barber school, you already got somewhat of clientele. This is for people that's never cut hair in their life, like never even picked up a clipper or did anything. So these are a couple things I want you to know. Are you listening? You sure? Positive. Alright? Okay, look. If you're doing it for the money, you're not getting any money. You're not gonna be just coming out here just constantly getting money, fast money. Like, no. It's not like that. You're not, because first of all, unless you just start booming in barber school, but a lot of them people stay in barber school. Just because you cut their hair every time they come to barber school, that don't mean they gonna follow you. A lot of them do, but most of them don't. If that makes sense, people are cheap. You know, when you go to barber school, it's a little bit of nothing. Like when I went, it was $5. $5 to get a haircut. Adult, kid, whatever. Another thing you gotta know, you gotta have patience. And that kind of leads into what the money part too. Like, you gotta have patience for the simple fact that you're gonna be cutting kids. You know what I mean? Kids, crying, all that stuff. Like, no, you gotta have patience for that. You gotta have patience of not getting money, finding out the do's and the don'ts, and that's gonna be another video. Like, you gotta have patience for that. You gotta have patience where you sit in a place for 8 hours and only cut one head. Think about that. This is stuff you gotta think about. Cause I didn't think about this stuff. I just thought, all right, this is the game. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna cut here, I'm gonna get out of here, and the money gonna start piling up. Nah, can't. Another thing, are you gonna be able to work with different kinds of people, different attitudes, different emotions, different people? Will you be able to learn different types of hair to cut? Will you be able to do that? These are questions that you have to ask yourself. I didn't know this stuff. You know, I'm a country boy and I come to a bigger city where I'm meeting all these different people. I'm from a town where everybody know everybody. I moved to Cincinnati, Ohio in 2009 at 18, turning 19, and I didn't know. Like, and the crazy thing was, I knew how to cut straight hair, but I didn't know how to cut curly hair. It's weird, but that's just how it was, and I had to learn how to do that stuff. Are you willing to be patient with different people? Can you do that? And another thing, do not be like, I want to be a barber because I'm my own boss. That's the worst thing to actually really think about. I'm my own boss. Because at the end of the day, you're going to have to go to work, like I've been saying this whole video, for 8 hours until you get a clientele to where you can make a schedule where I can work 4 hours and come out $400. You know what I mean? It can happen. Don't nobody say it can't happen, but like I said, like, find a reason why you want to be a barber. And the only answer I can give to you why you want to be a barber and you never picked up a clipper is because you love that craft. Are you going to be dedicated to be in a shop for 8 hours, only profit $20 for that day? And that's low. So I'm going to give you an average. Are you going to be able to sit in the shop for 8 hours and only profit $30? That's a regular haircut here in Cincinnati, Ohio. A regular price haircut and beard. $30. Can you do that? And stay faithful to that until you can become a successful barber? These are just questions that you need to tell yourself. You know, I just want to help you out. A lot of people be in their selfish ways, like, I ain't helping the next one up. I'm keeping my money. I'm very confident in myself. I don't care. You can write me. You follow me on IG, Todd DY Barber 513. Inbox me. I don't care. I'll let you know. I'll help you out. I'm a very successful guy. Like, I came from another state in another city to a bigger state with a bigger city and was only profiting $10. And that'll be another video to let you know who I am, give you a little background on myself. But will you be able to do that? Them 4 tips, like I said? And we'll run that back. Number 4, find a school. Number 3, find out the cost of what you're going to pay. Number 2, find out the requirements of being a barber. And number 1, ask yourself, why do I want to be a barber? And my answer, why I want to be a barber? Because I love it. I love everything I do about being a barber. It's just in me. I do a lot of free cuts as well, giving back to the neighborhood and community. And I don't lose no sleep on that. So, do you love the craft or do you love the money? The money always good, but it ain't always guaranteed. So figure out why. Why do you want to be a barber? Alright, man, it's your man, Ty, the barber, here in Cincinnati. And make sure you go on and like, subscribe, share this video. Help your boy out. I'm trying to get these subscribers in here too, man. So, comment below. If you got questions, I'll write back. And you know I got y'all, man. Just go on, make sure you share this video, man. Peace, love, everybody.
Hold up. I got something to say.